first question that we get a lot is, how do I protect myself and my home from 5G?
Okay, so there are several things you can do to protect your home. One of the solutions, obviously, is to have Orgonite around your home. The more, the better. Before I get into that, there's some other things that you should consider when dealing with the harmful effects of wireless technology like 5G. One of them is you have energy coming from the cell phone towers, your neighbors, and other sources that you have no control over. So you want to provide a barrier of protection from that. So there's small things you can do around the home, like having metal screens on your windows, in your doorways, and what that does, that minimizes the amount of RF energy coming into your home. Other things you can do is that with the electrical power grid that's running through your house, that also carries these signals as well in the form of what is called dirty electricity. Mm-hmm. So what you can do is purchase something called EMI filters. And these filters, basically when you plug it into your wall socket, it has another socket on it itself so that you can connect your devices to it. It filters or removes the high frequency spikes that is traveling on your power line. It's these spikes that causes these harmful effects to your body also. So EMI filters is another solution. There's also something called RF shielding paints that you can buy online. And RF shielding paints, you can paint your walls with this type of paint, and any incoming radiation that goes through that wall gets blocked out. So those are three solutions that you can do with relative ease to dramatically reduce the amount of energy coming from outside of your environment. Of course, when you go to sleep at night, always turn off any kind of wireless technology. Your routers, even the television, your computer, your mobile phone, definitely. If not, put on airplane mode, remove the battery at night. And what you've done there is remove the immediate sources of wireless technology in your home that would also keep you awake. Now, having said all that, if you've taken all those things into consideration, it's always good to have Orgonite around your home, inside the home and outside the home. And why is that? Orgonite is able to take the stray harmful fields that are in your environment and convert those fields into beneficial energy.
Hi everyone, this is Tavon.
And this is Hope Girl. And in this video, we're going to talk about the amazing health benefits of shungite.
Right.
So what is shungite?
Okay, well, shungite is a mineral that's only found in one place in the world, and that's in Karelia, Russia. Shungite is basically, if you look online, it's something that people are wearing in jewelry and pendants and so forth, but this mineral has a special scientific property. Shungite is 98% carbon fullerenes.
What's a fullerene?
Now, fullerene is a molecular structure of carbon. Mm-hmm. It's arranged in what looks like a soccer ball or
like buckyballs?
Like buckyballs.
Okay.
Now, this geometric shape of carbon has very special properties. There are some theoretical properties that it has also. It's a hot topic in science. Now, one of the properties that fullerenes have is that they are able to filter out toxins.
Wow.
So early on, shungite, the powder that contains these fullerenes, was used to filter water, for like the Russian army. And now we're talking decades ago.
Really? So,
Yes.
So tell us about that and some of the traditional uses that they were using shungite for.
Okay, so yeah, shungite is used as a means of removing toxins from the environment. So it can be used, it can be ground up into powder and used to filter out water. Also, it can be used in assistance for like cleaning up nuclear radiation. So it has very powerful cleansing properties. Mm-hmm. Now, another theoretical property of shungite is its ability to transform electromagnetic fields.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Now that's really important. If you have been doing any kind of research in engineering and electricity, electromagnetic fields are a really big deal.
Yes. So the research now into shungite, because of the fullerenes that it contains, is that these electromagnetic fields have different effects on the body depending on their frequencies. And that when these fields, when they go across the air, that changes the spin of these fields. Now, when it does that, the fields are no longer harmful to living organisms. So shungite has a special property that is healing on its own.
That's amazing. Now, shungite, it's kind of a coveted mineral.
Yes.
Because it's only found in one place.
Yes, that's right.
So it's not like this readily available thing. It's only found in Russia.
Yes.
And the thing about shungite that's so amazing is that it has all these different properties, and that's why we've chosen to use shungite in all of our Orgonite products.
Yes, that's right.
So tell us a little bit more about what we put in our Orgonite products and
Okay.
and the uses of shungite in them.
Okay, so all our Orgonite products have different metals, iron oxide, brass, sometimes copper, steel powders, all in an epoxy resin. And the technology is based on the research of the late Dr. Wilhelm Reich. Okay, so in addition to those ingredients, we also put in shungite powder because of its special properties.
Right.
And we found that when we did that with our products, it boosted the effectiveness of all of our Orgone products.
They're really, really powerful.
Yes.
Especially if you compare them to other forms of Orgonite that doesn't have, number one, they don't use powders in their Orgonite. They use shavings or big solid objects.
Yes, yes.
That has less surface area inside of it. And while some of them are really, really pretty, and we really respect other people's work,
They're beautiful.
they're beautiful pieces, but the reason why we use powders in our products and shungite is because with more surface area and the additional benefits of shungite, that makes our Orgonite pieces a lot more powerful, and you really can feel the difference.
Yes, absolutely.
So what are you holding up here? We've got a couple different products
Right.
that have extra shungite in them, and he's used the extra shungite to make sure that it has a black color, this beautiful black color.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is one of our charging plates. This is our shungite Flower of Life charging plate.
Yes.
And this is a new product that we'll be doing a separate video on. This is a shungite Orgonite tile. And we're going to be selling these in packs so that you can take these tiles and do all kinds of amazing things like
Yes.
tile your bathroom, tile a box, tile all kinds of things so that you can have that Orgone energy and shungite effect in your environment. So this is actually a new thing. It's a construction material.
Yes.
And the possibilities are endless of what you can do with these amazing tiles. And we've got a shungite pendant as well.
There we go.
Right? Extra shungite pendant.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what shungite is. It's been an incredible mineral for us to be using in our products. People have really, really enjoyed the
absolutely.
benefits of the shungite, and I think it's one of the things that makes our Orgonite extra special.
That's right.
So until next time, we'll see you, and thanks so much for watching from
Thank you,
Fix the
everyone.
World Morocco.
Thank you. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Tavon Rivers from Fix the World Morocco. I have a special offer that I would like to make to you today for our Orgonite charge plates. An Orgonite charge plate is made from Orgonite material that is able to take the stray fields in the environment and turn it into healthy energy for the home. People use Orgonite plates to protect them and their home from the harmful effects of EMF that exists in the environment from Wi-Fi, 5G, from your television, and from other sources of high frequency radiation. What are these plates used for? You can have these plates in the refrigerator to preserve your food longer. You can also rest bowls of fruits and vegetables over the plate to preserve your food that way. The plate can also structure water by taking a pitcher of distilled water and placing it on top of them. Now normally, these plates sell for $99 each, but today we have some special offers at the link below. But why just get one? We also have special offers for 2 charge plates at the link below. And finally,
I'd like to introduce you to our new shungite plate. Now, what is shungite and what makes this plate more powerful? Shungite is a material found in Karelia, Russia. It's only found in one place in the world. And shungite is also made of 98% carbon, some of which is made from a unique carbon mineral called fullerenes. Now, these fullerenes have detoxing properties. They're used with all kinds of different applications, from water filtration to nuclear remediation. But they're also able to transform the harmful fields in the environment at the atomic level. So shungite is a very special mineral, and we've included extra shungite in our shungite charging plates. At Fix the World Morocco, we're celebrating 1 year of making Orgonite with over 1,000 happy customers. I make every piece by hand, and we personally package and ship to locations all over the world. Remember, worldwide shipping is included in our special offer price. If you have any questions, please send it to fixtheworldproject@gmail.com, and either myself or my wife Naima will promptly respond to you. These offers at these prices only last for the next 24 hours once you click that button. So don't delay, order your charge plate today.
Do you use the same ingredients in all of your products, or specifically is shungite in all of your products?
Okay, yes, we get this sometimes asked from our customers. Yes, all of our products contain shungite, all of them. Now, and we also use a general blend to make all of our products also. It's generally the same blend for all of them that's inside of our
And
Orgone.
what's in that blend?
Now, that blend contains iron oxide, steel powder, brass powder, a crystal powder, either a quartz or a salt crystal, and shungite powder. It's basically all in powder form, and it's sifted through, and that's blended into our epoxy resin to get what we need. Now, some of our products contain more shungite than others.
Yeah, because not just shungite on the inside with the Orgonite blend, but also shungite on the outside.
That's right.
So, for example, here's our charge plate. This is our brass finish charge plate.
Yes.
So that has shungite inside of it. But then here's our extra shungite charge plate with a black finish, and that black color that you're seeing is actually shungite.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
There's extra shungite encased around the outside of it, in addition to being on the inside of the blend.
Yes.
So that's the difference between those two. This one has more shungite than the other products. We have the same concept with our building tiles, our construction tiles. We have these tiles in a plain pattern and also in a beautiful Moroccan design. These are shungite or extra shungite Orgonite building tiles. And also the pyramids. The pyramids, they've actually changed a bit. They used to have a bit of a bronze color in the very beginning, but we've perfected the design. So now these pyramids are extra shungite pyramids just by nature, because they're probably our most popular product that we've sold a lot of these and shipped these all over the world, and people absolutely love them. And the effects that they give. So these the same thing with our pyramids. Other things we've got, like the sleeping pod, as you've seen, it has a blue finish on it. So we have this blue holographic material that we use for that color, and the same thing with the garden pucks, a nice green color. So that so we do use the same materials in all of our stuff.
Might be a bit too much powder, but we will see how this turns out. So this is the Orgonite mix that we have, our special blend of our Orgonite powders of iron oxide, quartz or salt, crystal powder, steel powder, brass powder, some zinc oxide, and shungite powder. And we get this kind of like this gray powder, but it sparkles in the sun.
and we mix it at a certain ratio here with our epoxy. And this mix of epoxy and our powder is going to go into our pyramid molds. And now this one here is good for 2 pyramids. We've got 4 molds, so I'm going to pour this, and then I'm going to have to pour it again. But I'm just going to show you me pouring it into 2 of our pyramids. Right. As you can see, I've already dusted the inside with shungite on our molds here. It leaves a very nice black, sleek finish. There you go. Up there. That. I'm going to do it again. Over here. I just let it fall in the corner. Like that. And I measured it just enough. Each one of these pyramids is about 200 milliliters of epoxy, the Orgonite mix. So it's about exact, about there. And I just take the excess and divide it between the 2. You see here, if you put the camera in here, you see how when it bubbles towards the middle. See how these bubbles converge towards the middle? I just think that's an interesting effect. And eventually, as it cures, these bubbles will pop and burst, but yeah.
A few emails here. I just want to read some of the feedback that we've had from some of our customers. So while I'm looking this up on my phone to read, why don't you talk a little bit more about what it was like to figure out the logistics in the beginning?
Okay, so when you start deciding to make your own Orgonite, because I encourage everyone who's listening to this to make your own first.
Yes.
Before you buy anyone else's Orgonite, make your own, understand the process, feel the difference, and observe some of the effects. There's some experiments you can try to do that. You're going to start looking for the raw materials. If you want to get something a bit more higher quality than the shavings from the local machinist, you probably have to order online, so you got that. You can order the epoxy resin online, so you'll be going online for that. The quartz powder, if you can get it, online for that.
Like eBay, you got a lot of stuff from eBay. Right?
eBay and other places like that become your friend. Where you're going to get your shungite powder or shungite stones from. So when you do all that stuff and you start ordering these things to your place, you're going to see all the inherent costs, the shipping costs, and on all these other things. And you start to get a good appreciation of logistics quickly when you do this research. So
yeah, so I mean, you can make it on your own and go through all those steps that he just mentioned to try to make it yourself, or you can buy it from somebody else. But it is, it's been a really fun process. It's also really nice just making something with your hands, knowing that you're taking all these ingredients, putting them together to create a scientific effect that can help you and your family.
Yes,
here's a couple of responses that we've got from some of our customers. This is a customer in Hong Kong who writes to us that I received the pendants and the charging plate yesterday, and they look fantastic. After the first sleep test, I felt less tired and lighter when I woke up in the morning. I will continue to monitor the result. And he said, by the way, I like the previous design on the charging plate more, and I'm not sure why you changed it. Don't worry, we're bringing it back, okay? Because the design we have now is our newer design, but we're trying to bring back the old design. And he says, thanks again, and please keep up the good work. Sending you and Hope Girl love and lights. And that's from Hong Kong. Okay, I want you to read this.
Okay.
This is from Indiana
in
the United States. This is a customer there.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Tavon. It may take me up to a month to buy, but I want them. In short, I have Lyme disease. I have some nerve pain in my hands, and I was able to keep the pendant in my hands yesterday, and it removed it on my first day of a job. I probably wouldn't be typing right now if I didn't keep it in my hands yesterday. I also bought the charge plate. I use that underneath my head at night. What I hope is that
while I continue to treat my Lyme disease is that being in an orgone field as much as possible, I will be able to heal faster and better.
Yep.
That's why I want those pyramids. Nerve pain feels like a shock through my hands. It removed the pain. And he's talking about the pendant he holds in his hand. It's still come back, but thrilled I don't need to do much but keep the pendant around. Yeah.
Excellent. We've got a couple more here. Oh, this one. all of these replies. And the thing I like about them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much when you write into us like this.
This makes us like want to keep making a lot of them.
And we're not even really asking people for testimonies. They're so excited about the effects that they're writing them to us. And so this made us just so happy. This one says, I just wanted you to know that I've been sleeping with the charging plate under my pillow, and I'm getting the best sleep in years. And one night, early on, I did wake in the middle of the night, but it was the night before a very stressful day. It's been about a month, though, and despite more impending stressful days, I have slept through the night well and soundly. I am periodically noticing that my name recall is gradually improving. That part of my brain suffered damage after a severe agricultural chemical that I was exposed to over 20 years ago. I live in a very rural area, so I have my 4 pyramids in my house, 2 in my bedroom and 1 each in my office and living room where the highest concentration of EMF energy originates. I'm loving the calmness and peacefulness I feel on a daily basis despite a very hectic and stressful schedule. The best $217 I've ever spent. And that's in Oregon in the United States.
Most people have problems sleeping because of the electronic pollution that is in the environment. Things like the Wi-Fi in your home, the television, cell phone towers. Studies have shown that turning off the router, the television, and the computer in your home reduces sleepless nights. Now, although you can shut off the electronic pollution in your home, you still can't control the electronic pollution that comes into your home from things like the cell phone towers, if you're in an apartment complex, the router in the room next door, or if you're in a hotel room. These are things that you can't control. So you can't turn these things off, and they can still beam into your bedroom while you're trying to sleep. Hi, I'm Tavon Rivers from Fix the World, and I suffered from insomnia for years until I found this solution. This is an Orgone Energy Sleeping Pod. It creates a shield of protection around your body that will allow you to sleep while blocking away the electronic pollution in the environment. So let me explain what's happening. When you are bombarded by electronic pollution, it constantly stimulates your brain. Now, this constant stimulation prevents your brain from creating something called melatonin. Now, melatonin is a hormone that is created in the pineal gland, which regulates your sleeping patterns. If you're being bombarded by electronic pollution, that's why you can't sleep. When you're able to shield your body from electronic pollution, you're able to rest more deeply, and you can do it without any pills. You wake up feeling more energized, you can think more clearly, and you basically awake with more energy, and basically, it's just you feel better. This Orgone Energy Sleeping Pod is made from a composite of powders of shungite, iron oxide, quartz, and brass powders, all encased in an epoxy resin. And Orgone Energy refers to the energy that exists in all nature and living beings. And I make each one of these by hand. Orgonite, which is what this is a natural technology. It passively creates negative ions in the air that can be measured with sensitive equipment. Now, we've made this Orgone Energy Sleeping Pod in a sleek design that conforms to your hand, so it's very nice to touch, and is also in a nice, tranquil blue color. We've been testing these pods ourselves while we've been sleeping, and I can say that my partner and I have been sleeping better than we have in years. The other great feature of this product is that it fits nicely in the palm of your hand, and so it's very portable. You can take it anywhere you go, especially if you travel. Now, this has been a godsend for us because me and my partner, we travel a lot, and it can be difficult to fall asleep when you're not in the comfort of your own home. Normally, these sleeping pods sell for $75, but if you order in the next 24 hours, you can get it for the special price below. We also have a deal where you can order 2 pods for you and your partner for a combined discount. So don't delay, order your sleeping pod below and start sleeping better and feeling better than you've felt in years.
Is Orgonite good for my baby, or how can I use it around my baby? Because we've had some people with infants,
Yes,
toddlers.
I mean, we mentioned children when we were first sharing our pendants with our neighbors, and how they liked it. So yes, it's good for children, especially infants. If you were to have, I think, like our charge plate, for example, if you have an infant in the crib, I would suggest like put something like a charge plate like on the undercarriage of it, on the underside of it,
Yep.
mounted, so that you can benefit from it, or have it somewhere in the room.
Well, one thing you have to take into consideration, because we know children and toddlers,
Exactly.
they want to put everything in
their
their
mouth,
Okay?
right.
This is not a teething instrument.
It is none of this is.
So we would say don't give it to an infant or a baby,
Yes.
so that they will just put it in their mouth and suck on it, because
Yeah.
you definitely don't want that. So if you want to use it with your children,
Yeah.
just think in terms of like putting it underneath the crib.
Yeah. Somewhere where they couldn't get access to it, but they'd
You can
have the
place
benefits of it.
You can place it underneath the mattress of the crib. You can place it underneath the entire crib itself. Maybe if it's a car seat situation,
Yes.
you can like put the plate on the seat of the car, and then put the car seat on
that's
top.
Right. That's right.
That
Yes.
that's these are ways that you could use it around your kids, as far as babies are concerned.
Yes.
But definitely just try to visualize the energy field that comes off of these, and then you're just creating a field. You're creating an energy field.
And these fields extend, through the material all the way through.
They'll go. I'm going to skip forward to another question because as we're filming here, we have these animals that are showing
Kinda
up.
funny.
Right? So
This always happens.
And so we're going to talk about Orgonite and animals for a second.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get some shots of the animals, because you can't see them in the camera. But
Yeah.
there's a peacock, because peacocks are all over the place in Morocco. So there's a peacock here, and we have 2 kittens that have just shown up. Now the reason why is because of all the Orgonite that we have on this table right now. Animals love to gravitate towards the Orgonite. So if you hear kittens in the background, we'll give you a few shots. But let's talk about animals
Yes.
and Orgonite
Okay,
for just
right.
a second, because
Yeah.
these are some questions that we get. Is Orgonite good for my pets, or why do my cats tend to sleep on top of it?
Yes. So, people who make Orgonite have observed that their pets and other animals in the environment in their garden tend to gravitate towards Orgonite, and we think it's because of the beneficial effects of the negative ions that are being emitted from Orgonite. Orgonite functions like a passive ionizer, and negative ions are good for the body. They're beneficial for the body. They have a cleansing property. They also make you like more relaxed and more tranquil. And I think animals are able to pick up on this and more sensitive to this kind of this kind of thing than we are.
Like how a great way I think about it is like, how horses,
Yeah.
they let down.
Yeah.
Like where a horse will be all tense or whatever, but then the horse just kind of like lets down and relaxes. That energy of let down is what the Orgonite creates. So I think that's why the animals gravitate towards it, because
Yes.
it's like, it's comfortable, it's cozy, and
Yes,
it's
that's right.
nice and calm.